And look where.
Where
Yeah.
we're looking.
Slightly up and off camera. Not at the camera, but slightly like
Okay.
here-ish.
Right there? Okay. So now looking at him. Just look right there.
I
You
don't
can
know
look
why-
at him, but it looks
I'm
better.
looking at his little bird on his shirt.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you
I'll
go.
do that
There
too.
you go. It
Okay.
looks
I'll do
better
that
if
too.
it's
As long as he
just
doesn't keep
slightly off
moving.
instead of way up.
Okay.
That's right. I'll be
Okay.
doing
Watch
this.
the birdie. I messed it up last time. So where are you guys originally from?
From Florida.
Mhm. And I'm originally from Michigan.
That's kind of two different directions.
Yeah.
There. How did you first come to know about Hickory, and what made you decide to come here?
Well, originally, I did my training. I went to University of Michigan for medical school, and then after medical school, I went to the University of South Florida for my urology training. That's where I met Carrie, and then we got married down in Florida, and we were looking actually somewhere in Florida for residency, but then I heard about the opportunity here in the Hickory area, and I really liked it. I liked the community here. It was an awesome community. And we decided to move up here to Hickory because of really the practice and the community.
It's kind of you visited and it's like, hey, this is great, or was it something you put a lot of thought into?
We put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah. a lot.
But it really felt right. My parents flew us up here for the interview, and my mom did not want us leaving the Florida area because that's all my family's there. And as soon as she came to Hickory, she even said, "This is exactly where y'all need to be. This is wonderful here." So that was pretty much the deciding factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we decided. It was hard to decide, but we did, and since we've been here, we love it. We've been here close to 16 years now, and we really love it.
What kind of things did you cognitively kind of think about when you're deciding where to move?
For him, obviously, the practice primarily. Then for us, we have now 4 children. At that time, we had 2. We knew we wanted a fairly large family, and so schools, the arts, the things available in the community, athletics, just what kind of environment for our kids growing up, and opportunities culturally for us as well.
Yeah, and for me, the medical community was awesome. This area of Hickory has its own really unique medical community where we have about 350 to 400, I don't know the exact number now, of physicians in this area that really support the areas surrounding Hickory, Lenoir, which is 20 miles north of us, Morganton, and different areas. There's probably about 200,000 population that we supply medical support to. And the community is great. I trained in Michigan and University of South Florida and Tampa. My partners trained at Baylor and just different places across the country. And that's the same with the whole medical community, is that they were all well trained somewhere and then have come here to Hickory because of the lifestyle. We're 45 minutes from the mountains. I go skiing pretty much every weekend with my son or whoever else wants to join me at the time. And then we're only 4.5 hours away from the beach. It's just great.
And the weather is perfect. I mean, there was one weekend where he was up skiing and then came home because it was snow 45 minutes from here. But yet here in Hickory, we don't always get that much snow. So he came home and played tennis that evening. So he was skiing and then came home and played tennis. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's
pretty,
But no surfing.
pretty. Yeah, no surfing. You have to drive a few hours for that,
Yeah,
but
about 4.5 hours for that.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
good.
So I know we were surprised. We have a special needs son, and
Okay, now I gotta look at you. It's so hard looking at your little bird.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I know.
No, it's
It
okay.
really
I feel
is.
like I'm not looking.
Tell me when you're rolling.
Okay.
We're
Go
good.
ahead.
I'm good.
So looking right above his shoulder.
I gotcha.
Go ahead and roll it. You have several very talented children. Where did they get their talent from?
Good
Him.
question. Yeah.
Definitely not from me.
But it's not necessarily from me, but from my side of the family. Yes, we can
Yeah.
say it probably is that. I do have some.
It's God. It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's not from us.
No, it's not from us.
And I know your family's you're really into the arts here, involved with the arts here. What do you find most interesting about that?
The Hickory community has everything for the arts. That's one of the things we loved so much about coming to Hickory. I mean, here in this little community, people who are not from here always said, "Oh, you probably go to Charlotte a lot, for cultural events or things." But we really have gone probably 3 or 4 times since we've lived here. Even we've got the Hickory Community Theater, which in 2009 received the Theater of the Year Award for North Carolina. We've got the Hickory Museum of Art. We've got an incredible Arts and Science Center. We've got Western Piedmont Symphony. We've got the Hickory Choral Society. I mean, there's like absolutely nothing that is lacking in this community when it comes to the arts, for training, for entertainment value. Everything you're looking for is here, and that's something that we loved so much. That really we've got all the arts that we need in a tiny little community, and that gives the opportunity also for our children to get involved in the arts, to learn about the arts, for us to be involved. It's a wonderful community. And then besides the arts, on the flip side, there's also a wonderful athletic community between the YMCA and Rec Center. We've got all kinds of traveling soccer leagues and teams, and every kind of lacrosse and baseball, and it's just a great environment and community for a family to be living in and kids to be raised in.
And there's even more things than you said. There's other community theaters
Oh,
in
yeah.
the area, and other places that people can do things. And we need to get the phone.
You want to just actually hang up and give it 4 rings, so it'll go to the fax machine. And
We will.
Okay, one more question. And what do you think an outsider would be most surprised to learn about the Hickory area?
Well, certainly the medical community. I think people would think, "Wow, you're in Hickory, North Carolina. What does that have to offer? What if you get sick?" And like I said, the medical community is really good. We have all of the latest things. From my practice, we do robotic surgery. Laparoscopic surgeries are the most common type of surgeries that are done around the area. And just our medical community, I think, would really be something that people would be amazed about. I think, as Carrie was talking about, things for the families and kids to do in this community are great. We never go anywhere else. We don't go to Charlotte. We always thought that we would, when we moved here, well, we could always go to Charlotte and do some things, plays or whatever else, but we don't do that. We've been to a couple plays in Charlotte in 16 years, but most of the time we just stay here, and just there are so many things to do. It's just a great place to live.
yeah, I would say it's the environment as far as the amount of things to do in this community. I remember looking here, even deciding to move here. People would say, "You're going to where?" You say Hickory. You think Hickory, North Carolina, and then when you start researching all that there is to do in this community and the arts, and it is astounding. I think people will be very surprised to know what we have in this community.
Yeah, and what people don't realize too is that Google obviously thought it was a great place to live too, because 20 minutes north of Hickory in Lenoir, Google has now established their
Oh, yeah,
headquarters.
that's right.
And why would they do that? Well, because it's a great place to live.
Dave, you still want to do the syllable shots? They kind of,
No, I'm
we're good.
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Anybody else have any other questions they want to throw out there just for the fun of it?
What is your favorite color?